What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to another major market breakdown. Finally got all my equipment sent over and whatnot, so you'll probably notice that the sound quality is better. Um, the the camera quality is a little bit better. I got everything all wired, so my full trade desk is finally all like completely put together and whatnot. Excuse if you hear my stomach is rumbling a little bit. I didn't eat breakfast this morning just yet. I had to go run and get some things done. Then I had to, get back and get this video out for you guys before, we get too close to the market open. But without further ado, if you guys think you're going to get some value out of this video, if you usually get some value out of these videos, make sure you hit that like button, that sub button, and that bell icon. All that's going to tell the algorithm that this is good content and needs to get pushed for. All right. But let's get into it. Last week we got the push down off of this area on the dollar that we were looking for. That high got protected again, as you can see, here. Um, just price could not get above it. And if let me go on my let me just go. I can't go on the 4 hour. Just gotta scroll out some. Um, the dollar's been in this sort of channel, going on here, and we're going into. I think in about 2 weeks, maybe the Fed is gonna cut interest rates. So the dollar's probably gonna be starting to price that in, like this coming week and the following week. Just beforehand, like the market knows what's happening, and it's like a 80-something% chance now. I think that they're gonna cut rates, but um, it might be a little lower than that, but it's on the higher end that they're gonna cut rates. Like I've been saying video after video, like I'm not hearing no type of we're not gonna cut rate talk. I'm not listening to it. They're gonna cut rates. The market calls for it, and I mean we're seeing the dollar correct already in lieu of it happening. So the next area I'd see any bulls try to do anything like this low here, I think it's gonna just melt through that. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I think this is gonna melt through here, and um, the bulls will attempt to try to keep price rate. Any dollar bulls there are gonna try to keep price here, but once that fails, I think we're smooth sailing down to this back down to this 96 level, and then we'll see how long that takes, and where we are, how the Fed is talking when we get there. But that's the move I'm looking to happen, and it is your USD is one of the major things I'm trading in lieu of it. We got in off of that top. Still in this same trade. There is another trade that we're getting into that I'm gonna let you guys know about towards the end of the video. So just kind of stay tuned. But um, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this level last week. It's like if we get a pullback to it, you guys can get in. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to misspeak, but I'm pretty sure that's why I have put this here for a pullback entry. So if you guys were watching and paying attention and trading correctly, then you would have saw this happen. Took an entry with a stop loss below this area here, and you'd be in some profit. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the video and see if that's exactly how I explained it. But I mean, it looks like that's how I would explain it, especially if I'm already in the trade and I'm just trying to get y'all some extra entries. Like probably would wanted to pull back to this, didn't get it, broke through this, pull back to here, cool. And that's like, pretty textbook, not super hard trading. This is a 4 hour, so it's not like there was like super fast, quick entries. These are like chilling in this area for 45 minutes to an hour. So definitely gave up some solid entries for you guys to get in. But the next area that I would target more scaling in would be above this here. Let me pull this down just a little bit. We really get a closure above this area because that'll be a break of this little swing right here. And it'll be into this area here, which I mean, I guess you could say it's a resistance, but I think a strong closure of like a 4 hour candle above this area would be favorable. And conversely, it'll line up with that area that I have the dollar most likely. So we'll see some Euro USD bulls or Euro USD bears try to come sell it off here, and we'll just see how strong the buyers are. If we get a strong closure, I will be a buyer. So, and then we'll be smooth sailing to this area and most likely TP with a few weeks time. It's a little bit of an extended TP. I probably like to trail real closely after we get to this area, just because this right here was like a really strong reversal here. So I definitely want to be trailing. I like stop loss is at break even already. But we're gonna probably put stop loss in profit once we clear this area and take a few more entries. So we're just kind of playing with the house money, and then a similar thing above here, except just not more entries, just stop loss deeper. And then for that second entry, stop loss at break even, and for the push to the final TP area, we'll just be trailing both entries, something like that. I have a few entries, but they're just in those two separate areas. Honestly, I think I took a few more buys after. I didn't take this specific entry. I missed this actual move, but I think I got some buys somewhere around in this area, just because I wasn't paying attention to the charts all last week. Not all last week, but for a lot of last week. So just trying to kind of get in where I fit in, because I know where the market's going. Well, let me rephrase that. I have a good idea of where the markets are going. nothing nothing in these markets is 100%. You know what I mean? The Fed could, somehow, some way not cut rates, and then the dollar soars higher and this just falls. That is a possibility in these markets. But with the data that we have, I don't believe to be the case. And it'll be, y'all know how we do things over here. Similar on AUD USD, but not this week. I want to warn you on GBP USD. I think GBP USD won't be moving with AU and EU like it usually does, because GBP got some other stuff going on. But there's a tool that I got that kind of works well with the bird's eye tool that I made. And it kind of it takes a lot of research and guessing out of your trading. So the tool in tandem that I just got with my tool is a superb system. Now I don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything like that, so I'm not mentioning it in this video specifically, but I'm chatting with their team so I can make sure that I can talk about it freely and whatnot on my videos and on my live streams, just so what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything like that. But if given the green light, I definitely want to be able to utilize that to kind of help you guys out in your trading a little bit. I just got it, so I can't say it's super duper help my trading, but I know what the tool is, and I know what it does, and I know that it can help my trading. So going forward, I'll be using it so I can do a little less analysis work, because I'm taking on more ventures and things like that. So I need something a little quicker to kind of compile all the data, and this is basically what that tool is. So gonna be using that a little bit, and I run a full trade desk, so it's just easier to have higher level tools and shit to do the data analysis. It's not like it's super extra hard to just do manual analysis, but there's a lot of reading involved, and that's time consuming, and it's I'm trying to utilize my time best I can. But let's get to the trade setup that I actually wanted to show you guys. What was it? Okay, so um, the yen is about to start pulling this thing back. Uh, the Bank of Japan is about to start pulling this thing back here, um, and that's gonna give CAD some strength. Well, pulling this thing, I mean pulling their currency back. It's been on fire a little bit, and you guys can go kind of read through that story a little bit. Um, sure, I'm fairly sure the article I read was on Forex Factory. So go on Forex Factory and read about it. But in lieu of that, I'll be looking to shoot towards this high. And if price decides to, break through, that'd be great. I'm gonna be trailing my stop loss once we get there, because it's about once we get about in this area here. It's oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's roughly a 1-to-1 trade. And of course I like slightly higher ones, but the full move, we break that top and keep going, is about 1 to 2, and then I'd be looking to take profits. So, stop loss, mentally, right below this little structure here, um, is a pretty strong wick that pop price off. So I'd expect if price does get back down there, bulls will react again, and if they don't, then it'll probably trickle down lower. So I'll be out of that trade. So keeping it short and sweet this week, just because I have a whole host of things to get to do today. But I want to announce that we do have a live show starting tomorrow. It's going to be like from 8 a.m. to noon, and then we'll be back at it again around the closing bell. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if I'm not mistaken, is our schedule. If it changes, then we'll just let you know. But be on the lookout, because we're gonna just be here trading in front of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Going through different market types. I trade mostly Forex, but like one of my guys trades mostly futures. Another one of my guys trades mostly stocks. So you're gonna get a look at the whole market as a whole. Chilling on the show with us. So y'all be on the lookout for that. All right, I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.